thinking about going no contact, but not sure whether you should, not sure whether maybe they're even narcissistic? Watch this video and find out more. Hello and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in today's video, I really wanted to look at things that maybe you should consider if you are thinking about going no contact. Or do you really need to go no contact, or is there another way around this, maybe with narcissistic partners, with friends, or with family? So in this video, we're going to determine whether this is a good thing to do, or whether you have gone no contact and how do you continue. Okay, this isn't easy. Going no contact with someone isn't easy, because when you go against your own principles, your own beliefs and your own values, it is really difficult to determine, but also to keep up the no contact. So this is what we're going to talk about in the video. One thing that I will tell you, and something that you probably already know, is that narcissists will thrive on attention, whether you give them attention through showing them suffering or telling them how great they are. It's a boost to their ego. Like, no matter what, it's a boost to their ego. So in that sense, going no contact and being indifferent to them is a major blow to their ego. And the reason why I'm bringing the ego part of it in here is because narcissism is all about a dysfunctional ego. And so this is what is at stake here. It's the ego. Okay, but having said all of that, not all narcissists or relationship circumstances are the same. So some narcissists, basically, they are okay with no contact. They're okay with you not contacting them at all if they've been exposed. If you have exposed the narcissist, they will love it that you will go no contact, because they don't want you to expose any more or give any more ammunition to revealing so much about them. However, others may also see it positively, as they're focused on idealizing and love bombing a new love interest. So this is what I mean. The situation isn't the same. And whilst everybody says, yeah, let's go no contact, stay no contact, some of them will actually love the fact that you are no contact. So these are some of the things that you need to consider, that actually they will love it that you are not in contact with them at all. So when you want to cause a narcissist pain, or you're considering seeking revenge for basically what has happened to you, and I completely understand that you would want to, because this person has brought so much pain and suffering into your life, going no contact with the narcissist will cause them more pain than anything else. They can't stand rejection. They need reactions from you to make them look and feel more superior than you. You've got to understand that a supply to a narcissist isn't about having a new person. Actually, what it is attention and validation. That is what they crave. That is what they want. They never got this as children. So when you don't get something, when a need isn't fulfilled in childhood, you're going to look for it in your environment. This is something that you're going to be more predisposed to look at, to want to get, to have in your life. When you don't have it as a child, this is what you look for. And because of this, the way that they see and pick up and interpret people's emotions and the way that they relate to others is dysfunctional, because in their mind, their perspective, okay, is all about getting validation. So this is why they manipulate, this is why they control certain situations and certain people, so that they can then get that validation that they need. That is all that's basically going on for them. That is what they are looking for. A narcissist needs your emotions. Without your emotions, you destroy the narcissist. This is why going no contact, doing like basically the silent treatment or not communicating with them is a really powerful method. No access to you will strip them of their power. Do you know why? Do you know why this is a fact? Is because when you give your emotions and your attentions to somebody, all right, you're giving them information, you're giving them that power over, or that control over the information that you give them. Every kind of response or reaction to the narcissist, they are picking up information subconsciously, all right? And they are reading this. So when you're getting information, you've got something to destroy, you've got something to control, to manipulate. This is why when you're giving that information, the narcissist will change it. It will change it to suit them. So this is why when you go no contact, no communication, you're not giving the narcissist any information. They don't know. They thrive on this information. They need this from you, which is why then they can change it, which is then why they can manipulate and control it. But if you're not giving them any, they can't do that. They literally need your emotions to be able to operate. No contact protects you from further triggers as well. Remember, they know you very well and they will use triggers against you. They will use triggers to initiate certain emotional response within you. Does the narcissist get withdrawals from you from going no contact? This was another question that has been asked so many times, and this really depends on how you define it. The narcissist doesn't have, you know, withdrawal from you, you know, like a caring, compassionate, hoping, you know, dreaming, because to them you can't exist. At the end of the day, what you have to understand is that you're an object that meets their needs. If another object meet their needs, they no longer need you. Okay, you are a tool, you are a prop. There isn't that emotional connection with you or with any other human being. Yes, this is exactly what it is. They don't connect. Narcissism is an inability to be able to have interpersonal relationships. So they don't know how to connect to you on that deeper level, which is why they see you as an object. If you're not connected to something, if you're not bonded or attached to something, it is an object. The narcissist may experience withdrawal from the supply that you provide. That's what they will experience withdrawals from. But as far as missing you and wanting you back as a person, it's not about that. It's about what you can provide emotionally and with your attention. It's not about you. It's about what you can give. You're an object, you're a tool, you're something that provides the narcissist with something. That's what you have to remember. And I know it's really weird or very hard to get your head around it, but remember, this is about detachment. This is about attachment issues. It's about bonding. It's not being able to connect. That's what this really is about. And that's how you can kind of try and make sense of it. So you're probably thinking, how do I go no contact? So here's some tips for going no contact with that toxic person in your life. I would suggest to block them from all of your media accounts because, as we know, they do watch, and I've talked about this quite a lot, and I will link a video up here or here if you wanted to get some more information on what happens when they watch you online. I would also say block the person's number, block social media accounts of anyone in this person's inner circle to avoid any instances where the person might try to gain information about you or send someone else to speak to you. Be well-intentioned. Family members who may share what they believe is innocent information about you and any other type of reminder may spur an abusive person to reach out again. Take precautions such as adding security and two-step authentication on your online accounts or apps if there are any concerns related to hacking or attempts to access the accounts to get close to you. I would also suggest to let trusted people in your life know what's going on in case you need support or whether you need, you know, some kind of advice or help. Not everyone will have to block friends or family or worry about hacking, harassment or stalking. But if it is something you're concerned about, take all the precautions that you can to protect yourself. And just another thing that I wanted to add on to this is how to avoid feeling guilty. So when you decide to go no contact, it is really normal for a voice of doubt to ring in your ear, all right? And the person that you're going no contact from may have set you up to fear cutting ties, whether it's through enmeshment, an attempt to make you dependent on them, or words that lead you to doubt what could make it your own. They may have told you that they need you, that you need them, or that basically you're never going to find anyone like them, or made you feel guilty at the idea of leaving by any other means. In the case that you're dealing with family members, lifelong guilt may have built up surrounding, familial issues, making the process emotionally difficult. So how do you go no contact without guilt? So here is just one thing for you to consider. I would say feel the experience without the hindrance of anybody else's perception or opinion, okay? You know best. And I always say, trust your intuition, trust your thoughts, trust the way that you think and that you feel. You know best. You know that situation and that person the best because you have experienced it. So don't let somebody else's perception or opinions on whether you should or shouldn't go no contact. It isn't easy. It's not an easy thing to achieve because we are people who, we're not going to ignore people, are we? We don't do things like that because we want to be in communication with people. But when somebody is this toxic, when somebody is this destructive, you've got to see this as you're putting boundaries in place and you're looking after yourself. Because if you're not going to do that, then you're the one that's going to come out worse off because that person will literally take so much from you. What you have to understand is that when you go no contact and you still have to kind of stay in contact, it's the trauma bond and the addiction to the intermittent reinforcers that makes you attracted to the narcissist, even after escaping a relationship once it's done. And even with family members, it's that intermittent reinforcement that you're looking for. That's something that you didn't get as a child and you're looking for it from your parents. You see, sometimes they can be really intense, sometimes they're not, and it feels like maybe sometimes you've managed to have a breakthrough with your partner or your parents, but you've got to understand that this is the intermittent reinforcement that is happening, that you're looking for those certain triggers or that validation yourself from the narcissist. So when you go no contact, you're cutting that supply off. That's something that's really toxic for you. That is not going to help you. And I know that this is kind of like a withdrawal that you go through, with a narcissist individual in your life, but it's better to do it this way than have this person in your life. So guys, I really wanted to help you guys see and consider certain things that maybe you need to kind of look at if you're going no contact. If you would like to talk through this, I do offer one-to-one. Please see the description box below. Or if you would like to perhaps journal it, kind of look at it, join a supportive community, please do join the Journal Club. Again, all the details are in the description box. Guys, I really, really hope that this video has managed to help you to consider a few things, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.